Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Roma Revolution. I'm Ben, and coming up on today's episode we have both legs of our Europa League semi-final against Sevilla. Can we do it? Can we make it to the final and give ourselves a chance at our first bit of silverware at Roma? We'll obviously find out today. Fingers crossed we've got enough to get past Sevilla. But before that, since the last episode, we have managed to play a couple of Serie A games, winning both of them. A really good solid win over Bologna 3-0, Kalinic grabbing a couple of goals, and then a bit of a scrappy 1-0 victory, Dzeko getting a goal in the 76th minute. A game we didn't really play that well in, but we still managed to come away with a win. All that means we have remained fourth in Serie A. We are now 7 points clear of Inter in fifth, so that your Champions League spot should well be secured for us next season. Still a chance we can finish in the top three, 5 points off of Lazio and then 7 points off of Milan at the top of the league. Quite tight at the top, so an interesting title race. Shame we couldn't be a part of it really, but as I say, I think we have secured a Champions League space for next season. But more important things today obviously is the Europa League, and this is the team we're going to be taking away to Sevilla for the first leg. We've got Fazzato in goal, a back three of Mancini, Smalling and Mertz set in, Kolarov and Zappacosta as wing backs, Pellegrini, Tonali and Cristante in the midfield, with Dzeko and Kalinic up front. Fingers crossed, as I say, we can get a result for this one. You may have noticed Fazzato in goal after Pau Lopez's complete and utter shocker in the last episode against Torino. I decided to drop him, and Fazzato has come in and done really well. Not yet conceded, not given me any excuse really to drop him, and has made some really good saves. So he stays in there. Obviously, I did mention right at the beginning of this season that potentially we'd look at getting a new goalkeeper in. I couldn't quite find one, but hopefully over the summer that will soon be coming, we can find a new goalkeeper. And that will therefore probably mean that Pau Lopez will be moved on and Fazzato can just stay around as a good young second option. But fingers crossed he can do the business again today against Sevilla. The other semi-final, Salzburg against Dortmund. So there could be a really big final on our hands if we can make it. But an all-important game. What I'm hoping for from this one, really, if we can just grab an away goal and not concede too many, sort of a 2-1 I'd probably take from this, even if it is a Sevilla win. We have, however, gone completely unbeaten so far in the Europa League, which I didn't notice until it came up on the inbox between episodes. We haven't lost a game, obviously we've drawn a couple, but our form in the Europa League has been pretty solid, and fingers crossed we can continue that here. And so far, half an hour in, we haven't seen any of the game. It seems to be quite an even contest. We've had the better of the shots, but here is our first highlight. And Pellegrini with the ball to Kalinic, and it's fallen to set in, and we've got the away goal! The first highlight of the game. I was just saying how quiet the first half seems to have been. But we've got a corner and Pellegrini swings it towards Kalinic at the back post, who heads it across goal, and Mertz setting is there to poke it home, and it's 1-0 Roma. And how key could that away goal be? Dortmund also beating Salzburg in their tie. Highlight for Sevilla just before half time, another corner, Suso gets it in, it falls to Munir and Oliver. And we're going to go into the break 1-1. But as I say, that away goal I feel is key. A shame to concede. A bit of a scrappy ping-pong battle from the corner. Suso with the ball in. Only headed as far away as Munir, and Oliver there in complete and utter isolation with a free header. But we are seeing a free shot rather on target. We are seeing, however, a highlight straight after. Can we get one back in the lead just before half time? Zappacosta with the ball in. It's not fallen to Kalinic, and there is a chance that Sevilla could break on us here. Oliver, Campos, surging down this left-hand side. He's beaten Cristante, but not Zappacosta, who does really well to see off his man. And Mancini now with a long ball clear. Can Dzeko win it? He can't, and there's a chance for Ever Banega. Campos, Zappacosta is beaten this time, but Campos fires wide. And Sevilla starting to get a bit of a foothold in the game, it would seem. And I think half-time has come at the right time for us. We've been okay. We just need to keep going. And we will be fine. Another goal, I feel, would be obviously ideal. I would take completely the 1-1 if we can just see them out in the second half. again, we've struggled in the midfield. It would seem Cristante not having a great game, but let's see what we can do in the second half. And Campos, who's caused us all sorts of problems, going on a surging run forward. Someone needs to stop him, but it's a tame shot. And Vazzato is easily able to save. Campos on this left-hand side doing real damage for us. He's made some really surging runs forward. And if we continue to let him do so, we may have cause for concern from him. We've only had one shot of our 8 on target. Pretty poor in front of goal, it would seem. But a chance here. Zappacosta on the right-hand side. Can he get a ball across? He can. Kolarov heads down. It comes back to him from Pellegrini, and Kolarov slots it in the top corner. And a second away goal for Roma. And could that be the goal that potentially is the difference when it comes down to the end of it? Zappacosta with a surging run forward on his right-hand side. Kolarov nods across to Pellegrini, who plays it straight back to him. And first time, Kolarov sends it past Vaklik in the Sevilla goal. We've not been bad, and we've come away so far with a 1-goal advantage. It's 2-1. Some changes to be made. Cristante struggling in this midfield, so I'll bring the 2 on for him. Zappacosta struggling for fitness on the right hand side. We do have Spinazzola to come on there. So they're the 2 changes we'll make for now. As I say, we've been probably a little bit distinctly average. We've not been great, but we've not been too bad. Can we hold on to it? A highlight here, it would seem, for Seville. Felipe. Oliver, who's also caused us some problems, who fires just wide. It may have even hit the bar and went right there. We just need to hold on, or even get another one if we can. Kolarov with the ball in. There's a potential penalty, I think. We're going to VAR. I'm not sure what happened. It might well have been a push, but Kolarov with the throw. No one managed to get their head on it. And it was all a bit of a melee where we've gone to VAR. Are we going to have a penalty that potentially could see us go home with a 2-0 advantage? We are. A penalty. I think it's a push, a trip, something along those lines, but it means Kolarov has a chance to put us 3-1 up in the tie. And he can! A poor penalty. I think Vaklik in the goal should have really saved it. But it is now 3-1, 3 away goals, a 2-goal cushion if we can hold on. Vaklik should have done much better. It's a poor penalty. We've got away with it. But that could be the goal, I think, that sees the gap big enough for us to take home and get through to this Europa League final. We're going again, setting. Kolarov has acres on the left, but we just go to Tonali and play it through the middle. Vetu, Pellegrini, Dzeko, all the way out to Kolarov. Can he beat his man? He can't. He's having a go. He can, in fact. He can. Kolarov with the ball across. Dzeko, he makes it 4! What a result this is for Roma. I said before the episode I'd be happy if we came here and lost 2-1. That isn't going to happen. We're now 4-1 up in the tie. Kolarov with a great run down this left-hand side. Finds Dzeko, who puts the header away. And Kolarov, he's had a great game, but we will need him for games to come, so he can come off. Let's have a look and see. We have got Fazio on the bench, so what I'll do, we'll bring Fazio on. We'll drop both of them back into a solid back 5. Can anyone in the centre currently play out there in any form? Not really, so Fazio can just play out there. We'll drop back to balance. 4-1 is fine by me. Give Kolarov a rest for the last 5 minutes. And let's see if we can just hold on to this lead. They are, however, attacking us. Lopez and Banega. Lopez surging forward, puts a ball across. Suso's there. The change has brought a goal. Lopez with the ball across. Suso, we didn't defend it from the corner. No one got out to Banega. We gave him too much time. It is 4-2. We've still got that 2-goal cushion to go home with, but I feel Sevilla will be able to cause us some problems at home, so we do need to be wary. But still, 4-2 I think is a pretty solid result for us to take back. And that is that. What a result in the first leg. 2-goal cushion to take home. 4 away goals. And I'll see you for the second leg in due course once I manage to play the game against Lecce in Serie A. We're back then for the second leg of the Europa League tie, but in between we had a 2-2 draw with Lecce and we were completely and utterly FM'd. 36 shots, 20 on target, 2-0 up coming to added time, and Kuma Babacar has their only 2 shots on target and scores them both. We're still 4th. We're still 7 points clear of 5th place, so Champions League qualification should still be on the cards, but very frustrating to have a result like that in a game that we have dominated. But this is the important one. This is the big one. We're obviously taking the 4-2 lead that we got away from home into it. We're unchanged from the first leg, and fingers crossed we can go and win the game and get into the Europa League final. We're risking it a little bit with Tonali and Pellegrini in the middle. They're not quite fully fit, but in a game like this, they simply have to play. And obviously, if we've got 20 minutes to go and the win is assured, then we can bring them off and give them a little bit of a rest. We do deserve to be in the final. We've been unbeaten all the way through the competition, and fingers crossed we can continue that run today and make it to the final against either Salzburg or Dortmund. And their tie was 1-1 after the first leg, so it's all to play for there. Obviously all to play for still here, but I'd hope if we get 1 goal it should well put it beyond them. But they have got their first chance of the game. It's fallen to Sevilla, and it's Franco Vázquez. And are we going to chuck this away? It's 4-3 now on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. Suso with the ball in, really poorly defended. Koundé with a free header. Vázquez at the back post easily nods home, and we're going to demand a little bit more because this is not a result we can afford. Dortmund are going up 1-0 up in their leg, so it would seem that if it stays as it is, it would be a massive final. Dortmund-Roma, but can we get back into it? Kolarov with Kalinic at the back post, and we've equalised. A goal that we needed just to secure things a little bit more. It's still all to play for, but it's Roma 1, Sevilla 1, 5-3 on aggregate. A great ball in from Kolarov. Kalinic at the back post to put home. And we have dominated with regards to shots, etc. in the early proceedings. Zappacosta picking up an injury, so Spinazzola is going to come on for him. Zappacosta obviously been a big player for us all season, so that will be a big loss. A potential lower leg injury, so I wonder if that might put him out for the rest of the season. We have a throw. Dzeko nods on, Setting puts it over. A goal just before half time, I feel there would have killed the game, but we couldn't quite get it, and it looks like we're going to go into the break 1-1 again. We've completely dominated when it comes to shots. Sevilla having 1 shot on target, 1 goal. We need to ensure that we don't lose our focus and we go into this second half knowing that it is still possible that we could come out of this on the wrong end of the result. We're going to have a little bit of passion just to finish it off. I feel we just need that 1 goal. I think that would make me feel a little bit easier. But seeing what happened in the last game, I feel there's always a chance for Sevilla to just nick us. We just don't seem to have the mindset to see out games. And I think that is what has cost us ultimately in the league, really. We've just had too many draws from positions where we should have won the games. And with 20 minutes to go, we're still dominating. We've seen nothing of the second half. 5-3, Pellegrini and Tonali, obviously both, as I mentioned, struggling for fitness. So I think I'm comfortable enough for us to make the 2 changes. The 2 on for Pellegrini, Diawara on for Tonali. All substitutions made. And can we just see out the final 15 minutes of the tie and make it through to the final that at the moment will be against Borussia Dortmund. Obviously Salzburg, if they score there, will go through on away goals. But we've got, I think it might be a corner. It is. Kolarov with the ball in. Mancini heads over. That was almost a goal that just fully secured it. But with 3 minutes of added time, it looks like we're going to get through. We'd be frustrated to lose it from here, and we have 1-1 on the night. Not the most convincing performance. Scrappy, didn't see anything really from either side. 23 shots, but only 7 of those on target. But we have made it in to the Europa League final. Pleased with the result. We deserve to be in the final. We've been brilliant in the competition throughout. And it will be a Borussia Dortmund versus Roma final. What a game. It will be the season finale. It will be the last episode of the season, we'll be back for that final against Dortmund. I'll play through the Serie A games. As we know, there's not much to play for in the league anymore, and it will simply be the Europa League final to finish off the season next time. But I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please leave a like down below for me. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager content, and obviously to see immediately when that Europa League final episode is released. And thank you all for coming along and watching. I look forward to seeing you again next time.